Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we're going to be taking a look at another premium Bandai kit. This is the HGUC Slave Wraith Parachute Pack. So this is a kit from the Missing Link story. And it was actually kind of like a set of these. There was a version of the Pixie, and then there was this, and then there was another version or something as well. But this was the one that was particularly interesting to me. And it's really not going to be all that different from the Parachute Pack version of the Ground Gundam, which came out as a P-Bandai kit not too long ago. So that backpack is going to be the same, and a lot of the body is going to be the same. Basically, mostly what's new with this is going to be the shoulders and the head. For the most part, I think that's going to be really kind of the main parts that's really new about this. So it's a really cool new design here. Almost sort of like a mix between like the Gym Striker and a Ground Gundam sort of, I guess. So really cool. As always, guys, big thank you to USA Gundam Store for their support. If you guys want to check out the available P-Bandai items there on USA Gundam Store, the link is down below in the video description. Use my coupon code there, ZakuAurelius10, for everything there on the site. So we'll check out the box here, although there's not really too much to see, just the name around there on the sides. On the ends, just got the little picture there of the kit. With this being a P-Bandai kit, of course, it's just all in monochrome here for the box art, but still looking very cool. Let's get it popped open. And it's going to be a pretty monochrome design as well. The colors that it appears here on the front of the box are not too far off from the actual colors that it is. It's pretty much in gray and like bluish gray, dark blue, and that's kind of pretty much it. So it's got a pretty muted color scheme on this one. If you're a fan of the more colorful designs, then you might not really be too into it. Let's check out the manual here, and it looks like we've got an entirely new manual for this, which is not really going to be giving us too much to see here, but I guess there was enough different about the build that sometimes in a case like this I would have figured that maybe they would just give us like the manual for just the Ground Gundam, and then we'll also have like an amendment page for just the different parts for the head and shoulders. But in this case, they just gave us a whole new manual here, because they also had to include the instructions for building the backpack, of course, as well. So just real quick, here is the parts list, and if you take a close look here, you'll notice there's a lot of X's on these first couple runners. Those would be, I guess, just from the Ground Gundam or like the Ground Gym, the runners that were used for both those kits. So you have a lot of leftover parts there from those couple runners, and then down here you also have the color guide there. You have that in Japanese and in English, so if you want to use the official colors, you can check that out. But after that, the manual just goes through the building process as normal. Build up the head, body, arms, legs, waist, backpack, and weapons. But I want to take a look here quickly at the weapons, because you actually do get quite an array of weapons with this. You got the machine gun, the beam rifle, the bazooka, the shield, and the beam sabers. So a nice good set of weapons for this. That's the really nice thing about these kits, that they come with nice weapons. So alright, let's check out the runners. Alright, starting off with the foil sticker sheet, and it's not looking good. So the stickers for the actual kit are not too bad. Basically just have stickers there for the cameras, the eyes, and a couple small little color apps, so that's not too bad. But that big marking logo there for the shield, that cool skull logo there, is a foil sticker. Now, I would have preferred that to be a waterslide decal, ideally, but if it's not going to be a waterslide decal, you know, at least just give us like a regular sticker. But for that to be just a foil sticker, oof, yikes, Bandai, come on. But alright, then PC002 here for our standard polycaps in gray, SB13 for our 1/144 scale clear pink beam saber effect parts. We got runner A1 here, which is from 2018, originally for the ground type Gundam, and also used for the ground gym as well, like I said before. And this runner is in two colors, although it's not really very easy to see. You got black over on this side, and then a really dark blue for a couple sections over here. Then we do also have runner A2, which is actually taken off of this side of the runner over here for a few more additional parts. Runner B1 here is in this light, slightly bluish gray color here for most of the parts for the armor, and then you have a couple weapons parts on there as well. We do also have runner B2, which is a copy of this section of the runner here. Runner C1 is in this really dark, slightly metallic gunmetal kind of color, so it's a nice color here for the joints and hands and some weapons parts, things like that. You also have runner C2 as well for a copy of this half of the runner here. We've got runner D here from the Ground Gundam kit in this clear green color for the eyepiece. Then also runner D1, which is just simply labeled Rocket Bazooka, which is just obviously the parts for the Rocket Bazooka here in a very dark gray color. Runner E here is all of our backpack parts, so this runner is in three colors. Got the light bluish gray, the dark blue, and black. And then G1 is going to be the runner, I guess, which is going to be entirely new for this kit. So this runner is labeled Slave Wraith Parachutes Pack Unit, actually. So this is going to be the new parts here. We got four colors. We got one dark blue part there at the bottom for like the new mask, some black parts on the sides, some light gray bluish parts there throughout the center, and then a couple of red parts up there at the top. So not really a whole lot that is entirely new and unique to this particular kit, but of the past couple versions of this kit that I built before, the Ground Gundam, the Ground Gym, the Parachute Pack Ground Gundam, and now this one, I always enjoy building this kit. It's a really fantastic kit, so I've got no doubts about this one being great as well. Not really so psyched about this sticker, but let me get it built up and then we'll see how it looks. Alright, so here's how it's going to look all built up, and I gotta say, if you're like me and you've built this kit a couple of times in different versions before, then I can't say it's necessarily a very exciting build. That said, every time I build it, I am again just pleasantly surprised at how nice of a build it is. It is a really nice build. It's just not that terribly exciting if you've built it a couple times before, but still really cool. It's got some nice detail on there, and just all the articulation, the joints, engineering, everything is all very good. So speaking of engineering and the articulation of this kit is going to be exactly the same as the Ground Gundam, the Ground Gym, and the Parachute Pack Ground Gundam, all kits that I've previously reviewed before. So if you're interested in an in-depth look at the articulation, you can check out one of those videos, because nothing's going to be different in this case. But it does look really great, and those foil stickers there for those bits on the shoulders, what I'm guessing is supposed to be cameras or something, because usually those like shiny foil stickers like that are meant to be like for cameras. That's what it looks like. But cameras on the shoulders like that does seem a bit strange, so I don't know if that's really meant to be cameras or if it's just meant to be like just some big lights on the shoulders or something, I guess. I don't really quite know, but those do look pretty cool on there, so it's a nice little touch. If you do end up using the stickers on your kit, those don't look too bad. So, alright. So let's just take a close-up look here at the new parts. So again, just the new shoulders look nice. You will have a seam line on those there, which is not too bad, so I think that's not one of the worst ones I've ever seen for sure. And then the new head, of course, does also look really nice. You have the foil stickers there for the eyes, and then a red piece which will go for like the red lining under the eyes there as well. And then the foil stickers there for the front and back head cameras. The antennas out the back look really cool. This part, I mean, this is common. I've had this with other versions of this kit as well. This part here on the front tends to come off very easily. Just if you like touch it, it will just come off like that. So just a little drop of glue on this part will help that keep that in place. But anyway, and then also just the backpack looks very nice. It's simple. It just got this little piece there in the center, which we'll pull out for a peg hole for plugging on the parachute pack here in a moment. But that is pretty much it for the new parts. Everything else is pretty standard to just the regular ground type Gundam. So yeah, nothing really new with that. So let's go through the accessories. Of course, we have the parachute pack, and it's almost exactly the same except for one small difference, is that this part here, this part which will connect onto the backpack, is different because it has a different backpack from the ground type Gundam. But otherwise, it's exactly the same, just in different colors, as we'll see in a moment. So you have the black stickers, which will go on the bottom of there. And speaking of stickers, just want to take another look at the foil sticker sheet, because you'll notice this part here in the area for like the camera stickers, there's that area where it's got the two lines cut in there. So that's clearly meant for something like optional stickers. That's all kind of like pre-cut there for you. So I was wondering, maybe that's for you to cut tiny little thin slices to go in the little holes there, because those are supposed to be sort of lit up as well there on the head. So maybe you're supposed to just cut little tiny bits to go in there, but it looks like it's sort of the right size for that, and maybe sort of not exactly quite the right size for that. So I'm not sure. If you guys have any idea where maybe this is meant for little bits, where you're supposed to just meant to cut off your own little bits of sticker there for some other little cameras or something, I can't figure it out. But as for hand options, while we're here, we have the typical holding hands on there. And then for the right side, we have a trigger finger hand, and for the left side, we have an open hand. We've got our two clear pink beam saber effect parts for the beam saber handles stored here in the side of the leg. You just pop off this panel here on the side, and you can have that just sort of open up like that, but it just comes off. Beam saber handle is stored right in there. We've got the machine gun with this part here, which will fold back, the secondary handle, which will fold out. The ammo clip here is removable, and you have the spares on the side skirts, which are also removable easily, so this will just plug into the hand very simply. Then we've got the beam rifle with a foil sticker there for the camera for that. Love this design of beam rifle, very cool. The front handle will also move side to side. You're going to want to use your trigger finger hand for this, but otherwise, again, just pretty simple. The rocket bazooka does not have any stickers for that. It would need a little round sticker there for the small little camera on the top of that, but pretty nice in its design. Of course, we're going to have seam lines on pretty much all of these weapons at some point or there, but this one does have some seam lines running down the length of that. This one also, this part is removable out the back. The main handle will move front and back a little bit as well to help get that up over the shoulder, so that's nice. And then we've got the shield. So yeah, the sticker on there, I mean, looks fine if you're just going to snap up the kit and you're not going to paint it the whole thing or anything like that. And even if you were to paint it, I think you maybe could get away with using the sticker on there. I'll admit it doesn't look that bad, but still, I'm still salty that it's not a water slide decal. So anyway, here on the shield, if you guys haven't seen the shield before in its different previous releases, you got the stand, which will stand like that, so you can have this just stood up on its own. Once it's plugged onto the arm there, that can flip forward, basically making a melee weapon here with the sort of blunt end of the shield there. And then of course we have some leftover parts here. So you have the shoulder armor of the ground type Gundam. You could use that if you prefer. We also have the full ground type Gundam head, except for the faceplate and the eyepiece you'll have to use. So you can only build one head, but you have the option whether you want to build the Slave Wraith head or the Ground Gundam head. I think if you're buying this kit, you're probably obviously going to want to build this head, but if for whatever reason you wanted to build the original Ground Gundam type head, then you can build that. You just need to use the faceplate and the eyepiece there from that kit on to the Ground Gundam head here. You also have all the pieces here to make the 180mm cannon. So this one also, the ammo is removable there. And the secondary handle here on the side can swing forward and back, and then you can break this down into its separate parts for storage. Now, unfortunately, we don't have the full big backpack, but we do have this backpack here, the just Ground Gundam's regular backpack here, just without the big box on the back. And so this is, I mean, it has all the parts for that, so it will still move and do everything that it's meant to do. And we do also have this piece, which is the piece that goes inside the backpack for storing the parts for this. Now, all the parts for this will store in here, just like that, but the ammo clip is actually meant to plug onto like the inside of the door of the big box, so you won't have anywhere to necessarily put this, but it's cool that those parts can at least stand on this little kind of piece. You could use this as just a sort of display piece or something. So anyway, just an extra piece you have included. And then the other extra piece that you have included here is this piece, which like I said, is a different part for the backpack. So if you wanted to use the Ground Gundam backpack, then you'll need to use this piece in the parachute pack, because this is what fits onto here like that, where this one is different to fit onto our new Slave Wraith backpack. So like I said, you just pop off this little piece and be careful not to lose that. That will give you your hard point there on the backpack for plugging on the parachute pack, just straight onto there like that, and there you go. Now it's all equipped. Alright, so just here's a quick side-by-side comparison between the two, and so yeah, you could build this entire kit here with all what you get here with the Slave Wraith, so you could build it like that if you wanted. Obviously, just going to be in different colors for this, and it can stand on its own. It's a little bit wonky. You kind of have to lean it forward a little bit to get it to stand on its own. The one thing though, I'll just point out with the Ground Gundam parachute pack kit here, this one, a couple things that you don't get with this kit would be the box backpack, the missile launcher here, very cool. Also, you have the gym head for that if you prefer, and the net launcher. So some different weapons and accessories, things that you get with the Gundam there with the parachute pack. So I actually really like how a lot of like the leftover parts are actually quite usable option parts if you wanted to customize your kit a little bit with a different backpack, or even a totally different head if you wanted, or you can use, of course, the 180mm cannon, which doesn't necessarily instruct you to build, but it's there to build as you want anyway. The shoulder armor parts as well, I suppose, shouldn't forget to mention that. And so yeah, just some really nice option parts in there that you have extra, and that's on top of all of the different options that you already have just with like the kit that you're supposed to have with the kit. You have the machine gun, the beam rifle, the bazooka, and the backpack. Some really nice options there for the different weapons you get with this kit, and just the kit itself, weapons aside, is a really great solid kit anyway. It's barely got any seam lines on it. The articulation, the construction of it is really nice, super solid. The only loose part is that one little part there around the vent on the front of the chest. Other than that, it's a very solid kit, so definitely a really great value for this kit. I think there's a ton in there. Now obviously with it being a P-Bandai kit, if you're outside of Japan, you're going to be paying a little bit more for that, so at that point you do have to consider the value quite a bit. But I think if you're a fan of this design, you know, paying a little bit extra for this kit with it being a P-Bandai kit, not too terrible compared to maybe other options. At least this one gives you a ton of stuff in the box, which is really nice for an HG kit like this. More than just your typical one rifle, one beam saber, or maybe two beam sabers, and the shield, and that's kind of it for usually typical kind of bare bones Gundam design. But this one, you know, has a lot of stuff in there, which is really cool. So as always, guys, if you do have any other questions about the kit, feel free to ask down in the comment section below. Let me know what you think about the kit. I don't plan on getting the other kits like within this sort of team. of them here from the missing link. I'm just gonna be doing this one. This was the one that I liked the most. The other versions I wasn't particularly interested in. There's also sort of like the gym head version of this, which is basically nothing new about that kit. This one I liked because it actually had some new parts in there, and like I said, had just a bunch of stuff, which is nice. And the pixie design, I don't know, it's just never really done it for me personally. I'm not really a big fan of that design, so won't be reviewing that one. But anyway, this one was a great kit. I'm happy to check it out, and looking forward to working on it more in the future, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, thank you to USA Gundam Store as well for their support as always, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day. Bye, guys.